Okay, good environment today. Kudos to their home crowd and willing those guys to have great energy to come out with the kind of effort they needed to come out in terms of their physicality and just doing kind of what they do at a very high level. Thought our guys competed and also tried to give an effort all the way through. And, that was kind of the game.
Questions for the players, please? You guys just go ahead. I don't know if there's any microphones here.
Defensively, the second time you played them, I think you had your lowest scoring output of the season. What makes them particularly tough on defense? And what happened kind of in that scoreless streak in the second half, first half?
Yeah, I thought I missed some good looks, but I mean, defensively, they play really aggressive. Kind of try to get the ball out of my hands, and so I was just out there, pass it over, man, playing from there. But the focus wasn't on the the offensive end. It was on the defense. We had to be more physical. We had to rebound better, and we got out tough today.
Dylan, kind of the same question that TJ asked you. Can you just from your perspective, what happened during that stretch in the first half when you guys kind of went scoreless, and how challenging was it to match their physicality?
Yeah, I feel like Max said, we missed some good looks, but it was on the defensive end for us. We kind of let our defense, our offense get in the way of our defense. We were missing good looks, so then our defense wasn't as good as it was supposed to be. We weren't checking out on blockouts the way we were supposed to be, and that's kind of how they got on a run and opened it up.
Dylan, you have a game Monday already. Is it a quick turnaround? Do you like that after a game like this, or would you rather have a couple more days to rest?
I mean, for us, we're ready to put this one behind us for sure. We'll come in, we'll watch our clips tomorrow, look at what we did good, look at what we did bad, and try to apply that to the next game. So I have no opinion on whether or not it's good to play earlier or later, but we're excited for our next challenge of Kansas State, and we're going to come out ready to play.
Max, real quick for you, obviously 2 for 14 from the field. The week-long layoff, does that affect you at all? Guys, kind of getting rhythm of the shoot?
No, not at all. Continuing to get in the gym. I'm not gonna make any excuses for it, So I'm gonna get back in the gym, keep working, and the next one's gonna fall.
Dylan, for you, do you wish that there were a few more calls under the boards with the elbows being thrown and stuff like that? And how do you know when to ramp up the aggression? Because it was a fight down there, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it was a physical game. The refs are going to call the game how they call it, and we're going to have to just play it. So next game, we're just going to have to adapt better to the refs. If they're not calling fouls, then it is what it is, and we just didn't respond well to that, and we have to do better next time.
And how do you know how physical to be? I mean, because elbows are. I mean, it was a
Yeah, I
UFC
mean,
fight.
we expected it to be about as physical as it was. We tried to match their physicality at times, and sometimes we were successful, but for the most part, we just didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Anything else for the players?
For you, Dylan, you have been around the obviously for a minute now. How does this U of H crowd, this environment, kind of stack up to some of the other road environments you guys have set up to be a part of?
Yeah, it's a great environment. Obviously, they said it was a record-setting crowd, I guess, today. So kudos to them. They have they understand basketball. They understand their team. They get excited for the plays that they deem as important, the offensive rebounds, the hustle plays. So great crowd, great atmosphere for sure.
Anything else for the players? Max, Dylan, thank you guys. You got the top out front.
All right, man.
Go ahead, question for Coach, please.
Ron, you faced Cryer before he hit some big shots today. The Cryer that you saw today when he's on like that, how tough of a matchup or to guard him is it?
Yeah, he's one of those guys, again, that we know, obviously been in this league for a number of years with him, that's going to shoot the ball extremely well, especially at home. You can't give him any open looks. He's a guy that's a shot maker. They need his threes, and, with second chance points, on a kick out, you can't give those up. And he played well today. He shot the ball extremely well, and when he's playing at that level and making baskets for them, then they're extremely difficult to deal with.
Imagine the same can be said for Shed, sort of the head of the snake, as they say, just his ability to not only create shots but also to get others involved.
Yeah, Shed's a tough matchup. He's a guy that can get downhill. He plays really hard-nosed defense for him, and really kind of, to your point, the head of the snake in terms of really how those guys play and how hard they play. He started the game. He was really comfortable. We really didn't. He didn't really feel us much in the first half. I thought we were much better in the second half with him, but he was kind of doing what he wanted to do out there.
Coach, this game came down to what you've been talking about all season, which is aggressive defense, physical, bone on bone. This is a good team. Do you think Texas, at their best, could have had a better bone on bone defense with them? I mean, this is a good team.
I mean, we showed that in game one. I mean, we had every opportunity to win game one at our place. We matched their physicality and had opportunities, to close that game out as well in terms of not giving them second chance points. The second chance points down the stretch in game one, led to a win for these guys. Today, again, I thought the game got away from us a little bit toward the end of the first half. But we didn't come out with, what we have to do in terms of the physicality. We alluded to it earlier. You have to adapt and, adjust the way the game's been officiated. If they're going to let them play that way, then you got to play that way, and, you got to stand your ground. These guys are elite, when you let them, get second chance opportunities to play physical and tap that ball around and get second chances, and if you don't beat them to 50-50 balls, you have a really hard time beating these guys. But if you can do that and you can match that physicality, then I like our chances.
Obviously, Houston went on that 14-3 run there in the first half. After Max's three, I had a chance to cut the lead to 1. Just wondering, A, how pivotal was that stretch in your mind in deciding the game, and B, how do you feel they matched the intensity? Did the week-long layoff possibly play a factor in your mind?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say the week, long layoff, had an effect. I mean, we were playing pretty good when we took off. I mean, our last ball game last Saturday was a good ball game for us, and several of our latest games were really good for us as well. But you still got to come back in and lace them up and go. Houston was off too during the week. They didn't play during the week as well, and we knew that, coming here, they were going to be excited about competing at a high level, and we were going to come in and have to try to match that.
Two last ones, please.
Like I asked Dylan, quick turnaround. You have a game Monday night already. Do you like having a game that quick after a loss like this?
Well, in this league, you have to have a short memory. I mean, you're only going to keep it with you for one night. Whether you win or lose, you have the game with you for one night, and it's on to another really good opponent in this league this year. So, again, we'll get back, we'll watch the tape, and we'll see the areas where we have to continue to try to improve and get better and start preparing for a K-State team that we know will come in. They'll be ready to play as well Monday night.
RT, I know you're focused on Texas basketball, but you've had an opportunity to face off against, the UConns, the Marquettes, Houston now twice. What's different about this Houston team compared to maybe some of the other top teams that you had a chance to face this season?
Well, they're really relentless on the glass. I mean, they're a physical team. If you don't, if you can limit them to one shot and not give them second chance opportunities, then you're gonna have a chance to win the game. But if you give them second chance opportunities and they really crack you on the glass, and it's going to be a long night for you. I mean, they had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. It was a difference in the half, in terms of being a possession game. So you can't do that and give those guys those opportunities. UConn's going to execute what they do at a high level, and in terms of their execution, we played Marquette. They shot the ball extremely well. We played them on their home court. But again, Houston's a good team. They're well coached. And when you let them play to their strength, it's going to be really tough.
Quick follow-up to that, obviously, that going into a game against Houston, stopping on the glass is probably a priority. How much is it easier said than done against a team like Houston?
Yeah, you got to go do it. I mean, absolutely. I mean, you got to be built for it, too, as well. If we were going to still stay in this league with these guys, and we have to build to having that physicality, and things of that nature there. We still will. We're going to the SEC. It's going to be a physical league too, and stuff. So, you have to address some of that in recruiting and how you build your roster, in terms of how you deal with those type of teams.
Real quick, with Dylan obviously having a great week coming off of being Player of the Week, did the offense need a little bit more? Do you need a little bit more offensively from the other guys, obviously, outside of Dylan?
Well, I think you always need, other guys to step up and play big for you. I mean, we know what Dessou's going to bring every night, and we know what Max is going to bring every night, and they're going to be game plan for every night in terms of, trying to stop those guys. So, other guys have to, be a star in their role and get things done at a high level as well. And, we've had nights where we've had other guys step up and play well for us alongside those guys. So, yeah, we need everybody to do what they do at a high level for us. It definitely will help the cause. Thank you all. Appreciate that. Thanks.